The Buzz would like to give a big thanks to iiNet for their support.
Actually haven't even opened the lid of my laptop. Hello and welcome to The Buzz. Look, talk amongst yourselves. We're all far too busy using Twitter and stuff at the moment, so go and grab a coffee or something like that. We'll be with you shortly. Oh, no, I probably should host the program this evening. That's what I really should be doing. Hello and welcome to The Buzz, Australia's very first social media TV show. If you'd like to join us, we'd love to have your company. All you have to do is jump on Twitter and use hashtag #TheBuzz. Joining me, as always on the show, my very good friends, Nikita Dixon.
Hello.
Hello. And Paul Cook. Hello,
Hello.
Paul.
Just
Hi,
enjoying
Paul.
some pictures here of Ricky Nixon's girlfriend, which we're talking about. So.
Yes, and I also noticed that you're using a delightfully pink iPad this evening.
It's my favourite colour. You know, I'm a fruity man, so I thought I'd dress it up.
All right, let's not talk about
Very
that anymore.
pretty.
In fact, let us never talk about that ever again. Now, Ricky Nixon's in the news yet again. Poor old Ricky Nixon feels like he's being bullied. Let's have a look.
I'm your mama, I'm your daddy, I'm that nigga in the alley. See, I don't know why I like you so much.
Poor Ricky Nixon. We feel so sad for Ricky, don't we, Nikita and Paul?
Nah.
No?
I wonder why he's getting so upset about it. It kind of, you put yourself in the public limelight. He's been a manager of sports stars, and then fraternising with young women, and now it's kind of coming back to haunt him. But he seems to be getting upset and just drawing more attention to himself.
But this is how you maintain your fame after you've sort of lost it a little bit. And I think Shut Up Gracie has encapsulated it perfectly. Ricky Nixon to sue over defamatory YouTube rap video clip, but he's cool if you film him drunk in his undies.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Look, I think the main thing for Ricky and what he's saying, in fact, if you take a look at my iPad now, there is a story on Fox Sports at the moment. The main reason he's concerned, he says he's fairly thick-skinned, so he's not that fussed about it. He's just worried about the effect it's having on his wife and kids.
Yeah, but you can't help but think, should have thought about that earlier.
Yes, Ricky, you should have thought about that much earlier. All right, moving right along, and I will move to the next tab on my iPad. The Imagine Cup is, well, it's really interesting actually. They've got a whole bunch of students together, and they're asking them to come up with things in a rapid amount of time that will benefit society as a whole.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah?
Seriously, all the people that are putting all their brain power into developing things like a new type of iPad, if everyone like that put their thoughts together and, maybe they'd come up with a cure for cancer or something useful.
The one thing I do wonder though is are we going to have this Coney 2012 kind of effect where everybody goes, yeah, let's do this, and then 2 minutes later everyone goes, oh, is that the time? Go and play some World of War.
Yeah.
Go
All
watch
right.
Game of
Well,
Thrones.
if you want to check this out, just jump on Mashable.com and do a search for the Imagine Cup. Now, Daryl Lee, if you're a chocolate fan, they've gone to the wall. In fact, they've gone bankrupt. And the question is, why? This is a well-known Australian company. They sell chocolate of all things. I mean, that is depression-proof. Why are they going out of business? What do you reckon, guys?
They've obviously not kept up with the times. A lot of retail outlets are having the same problem. They're not making things cheaper. They're not making things more accessible. People can get their chocolate online,
Yeah, true. And it's also like discounted in supermarkets.
Exactly.
And they haven't really changed much over the years. They're still kind of the same store. They haven't developed. They haven't moved into putting internet cafes in their stores or selling coffee on the side or something. You know what I mean? It's still the same sort of chocolate thing, and there's not many businesses that have been around for that period of time.
That
that have
said,
survived.
I think that the internet at large is really trying to help them get more with the times by encouraging
They
people
are.
via social media.
So I've got some
buy
tweets here as well. Also, this meme that we've got on the screen at the moment.
Oh, this is me all over. I'm really upset Daryl Lee is closing, but I cannot remember the last time I bought some.
Yeah.
I thought this one was kind of funny as well.
So I can see a few tweets here. Yes. So TV comedian Andrew Hansen from The Chaser says, bloody Daryl Lee, what are we going to give for Father's Day if not those strange ginger chocolates that only dads like?
Yeah, and I really like the Daryl Lee show bags as well. This is dreadful news.
It is
For the
dreadful
entire
news.
community.
And I'll tell you what, if I can't get orange balls, there'll be hell to pay.
Well, you just need to
You
sit
know how
differently.
much you love
I will
balls.
sit differently. Thank you very much there, Paul Cook. Now, you're probably a big user of the internet. I know I am. And here at The Buzz, we really like cats. So we've put all of those ideas together. Here's a cat using a laptop. Oh, we love our cats here on The Buzz, don't we?
Very
now,
cute.
Paul, that cat probably has a Facebook page.
They haven't actually said what the cat is using the laptop for.
Back scratcher!
it.
Back scratcher!
Probably checking out other cats.
That's it.
Anyway, this cat probably has a Facebook page, and I'm guessing that this cat probably doesn't have a lot of people checking out their Facebook page. But you could fix that.
Well, if you ever gone to a video on YouTube and had a look at it and thought, how on earth did that video get 100,000 views?
All the time.
And the same with Facebook. How did that page get 40,000 likes? Well, the fact is you can pay for it. There's a thing. I know.
No.
Hold the press. There's a thing called authentic
What is
views.
this new concept?
This is one of many sites, but it's basically a thing called authentic views, and basically you pay per view. If you have a look at my iPad, you'll see here for 2,500 views, $7.
Nice.
Right up to 100,000 views, $230. So what this could mean is if you're a budding artist or a budding musician or you're a budding something, dancer, and you want it to look like you're popular without actually being popular, just invest $500 or so in getting a few clicks, and then when you send the video to a potential manager, he goes, "Juice, that's popular. You've got 300,000 views."
Look, I'm probably asking the wrong question here, but is this ethical?
It doesn't matter that it's ethical. I think it's a really good idea if you want to propel your video to the top of that popular filter that YouTube has, and then once it's there, it snowballs. You know, people go, "Oh, cool, the most popular thing on YouTube," and then they watch it, and then more people watch it, and then it snowballs. And
isn't it akin to buying Twitter followers?
Well, the trouble is it creates that fallacy where you can't believe the likes or the dislikes, you can't believe the views anymore. So therefore, you're going to have to put other filters in. It's going to make people more cynical of what they see.
It reminds me very much of SEO, search engine optimization, where people pay to get artificially up the Google listings, which destroys the whole search engine experience.
But it's what all businesses are doing now. It's rule number one when you're setting up a business. You need to get in Google AdWords, you need to get up that list.
But I will ask the question, I mean, if you go to Google and you do a search, what do you want to see? People who've paid to be there, or people who, or websites that are there because they deserve to be there?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what you want to see, but sadly, you know, people are going to make a buck off it, and the people who run the sites aren't going to go, "Well, we could make $1 million."
But Jason doesn't like it.
Doesn't like it, that's right. I don't like
Let's
it.
close the company down.
Got to do it my way.
That would be unethical.
All right, let's move along. Now, if you've got an iPad, well, in fact, it's not on the iPad yet. If you've got an iPhone and you've played around with Siri, you've probably experienced the fact that Siri, while she's pretty good at understanding us, she doesn't always get it right, especially if you're a Furby.
Sorry, I don't see Eric in your contacts.
All right, looking at some of the things that are trending around the place. Friday the 13th, well, I assume that's because that's coming up. I can't think of any other reason why it might be trending at the moment. Now, Al Jazeera, a brilliant news service. In fact, right here on West TV, we bring you Al Jazeera quite often. They got hacked. Now, they're based out of Bahrain, Doha, in fact, and they were hacked by what appears to be the Syrian government, or at least appears to be the Syrian government. If we scroll through some of this here at the moment, we can see some of the tweets. These have since been deleted from AJ Stream, which is the Twitter stream where this was done. Do you think Saudi and Qatar should keep funding armed gangs in Syria in order to topple the regime? Hashtag Syria. So as the story goes on to explain, it looks very much like the Syrian government has been doing some intelligence operations against Al Jazeera.
Very smart hacking.
It's interesting that we're going to get a lot of this, and once again, it's getting harder and harder as time goes on to believe what's real and what's not real. Was it the Syrian government? Is it somebody who's not in the Syrian government trying to make it look like it's a Syrian government?
Al Jazeera just trying to get some more publicity?
Exactly. You know, are we all trying to double bluff people with this kind of thing? It's really getting tough, and it'll be interesting to see how we work our way through this.
So is the big lesson to take away from this one, though, is just around security and about having decent passwords and not sharing passwords between different sites?
Yeah, and also not to believe everything that you read.
I think, yeah, for
is
Al
this type of
Jazeera-
hacking is beyond that? It goes beyond simple password things where they might be doing deep packet inspection and actually looking up on the network.
Yeah, I think it's just going to grow and grow, and we're always going to be, I think, forever playing that jostle between hackers getting through and changing the way we do passwords and the way we do security. And it will. I don't think one will ever get away from the other, clearly.
Well, at the moment, if you have a 5-character password, a brute force cracker
easy.
can...
Seconds.
Yeah, seconds.
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah, absolutely seconds. So make sure you've got good, decent passwords, at least 7 characters long, and different on every single website that you use. In fact, every single password that you've got. All right, Pitbull. Now, quite a well-known singer. There's a prank being played on him at the moment. If you have a look at the hashtag #ExilePitbull, it seems that the goons from somethingawful.com have decided that they want to arrange it so that Pitbull gets to visit the most remote Walmart store in the world.
I reckon it's fantastic. What an awesome thing.
It's hilarious.
Walmart comes along, thinks they've got this fabulous promotion. Pitbull is a popular star. You can imagine them all sitting around the room high-fiving each other. And then they launch this campaign and suddenly, oh, we're going to have to send him to Alaska. He's going to be cheesed about that.
Oh, I kind of feel sorry for Pitbull though. It's not his fault, is it? But I have noticed lots of people talking about him on Twitter at the moment. For example, Nate Samuel, I don't jump on board with just any idea, but sending Pitbull to the most remote Walmart in America, yeah, I back that.
Yeah, Unbelievable says, God, I love the internet. People hijack Walmart Facebook campaign to exile Pitbull to a remote Alaskan Walmart. Absolutely hilarious, and I think that is what the internet was invented for.
It is indeed, and that's the kind of magic that it's good to see is still around. We haven't quite homogenised it yet. We're still seeing it, the magic of the people interacting with this kind of stuff.
I think anytime you can commit mischief on the internet, you really should.
Yeah, brilliant.
All right, on to the next thing, and don't forget, hashtag thebuzz if you'd like to communicate with us. Paul, have we had any tweets come through this evening?
Well, you've caught me off guard because I was looking at Pitbull's lovely head. What a bizarre head he has. Anyway.
He always wears sunglasses and refers to himself when he's singing.
Was he actually a Pitbull in a former life? Where did he get that from? He eats children or something?
I don't know.
Anyway, the truth is out there, Mulder says Cindy Lee, hashtag thebuzz, and Muscani says Ricky who?
Ricky Nixon.
Exactly. Ricky Nixon
Lee.
is who we're talking about, exactly. And she also said, Jason Jordan, it's cause I'm not buying enough. That may have been referring to...
Darryl Lee.
Darryl Lee.
Just one person's not buying
All right,
enough.
so
They've single-handedly ruined Darryl Lee brand.
All right, so only a couple of tweets there. Do join us, do use hashtag thebuzz, and we'll happily read out your tweets. All righty then. Now, if you were watching Media Watch last Monday night, they covered something called Google Reverse Image Search. Let's take a little look at what that's all about.
Wouldn't it be great if you could use an image to start your search on Google? Now you can with Search by Image. Whether your photo is from the web or your last vacation, you can search places, art, and even mysterious creatures with just one picture.
Well, there we go. Thank you very much, Google, for that little promo. Now, it does raise a lot of concerns, especially ones around privacy, because if you've got a photo that was taken amongst a whole bunch of other photos, someone has access to that one photo, they can actually use Google image search to find all the other photos that might be out there on the internet. This is a concern, not only for your privacy, but also because a lot of photos do contain GPS information inside them as well. Paul, is this something that is Google's problem or something that is our problem?
Clearly it's something that we have to grow up with and we have to learn, because what's going to happen is as time goes on, more and more of this stuff is going to become available, and we should be now if not previously, teaching kids in school about this kind of stuff. What GPS locations do in revealing your location, what pictures can do in revealing what you do and how long they're going to hang around for. Once you put them up in the internet domain, you don't own them anymore. And, you know, people really need to wise themselves up to this.
Well, this is a problem, isn't it? It's just like when Facebook introduced Timeline and suddenly you realised that you had to go and, you know, clean up your Facebook profile from 2005, 2006. You know, now you've got to go back through all of your blogs and all the things you've uploaded to the internet over the past 10 years and get rid of anything that could
And as they say on the net, nothing is ever totally gone. All right, let's move right along. Now, if you're a big user of Twitter and a big user of Facebook and perhaps other social media mediums, you might want access to a tool that can actually let you use all of them at the same time. Nikita has been looking into a new tool, it's not a new tool, an existing tool called Hootsuite.
Yeah, well, people might already be familiar with Hootsuite, but I have been wanting to talk about this because we actually use it at the company I work for, and it's very effective and free. Basically, you're able to bring your Twitter, your Facebook, your Foursquare, all of your social networks into the one spot, and you can monitor them. So if you're running multiple brands, multiple companies, you've got multiple Facebook pages, multiple Twitter accounts, you can bring them all in the one spot, and you can keep an eye on things. You can reply in real time, find out who's talking about you. If you've got a team of social media team, you can make sure that you're not double posting because you can keep an eye on what they're doing. When you get the more advanced versions where you pay for it, you can actually designate certain people to tweet certain things, and you can schedule tweets. It's fantastic. You can even go to a Hootsuite university and become Hootsuite accredited.
So
and then
this version of it you've got though is free?
This one is free that I've got at the moment.
So this is on the iPad, but there's also a desktop version?
There is. The desktop version gives you a whole bunch more features. The iPad is a little bit limited.
Sorry, is this easy to follow? Because looking at it as a visual thing on the screen behind you, it looks confusing. Wow!
It's confusing when you first get onto it, but, you know, I mean, you've got your mentions, you've got your sent tweets, your direct messages. It's all laid out in front of you.
Give us a rating out of 100.
Oh, I'd give it a 96.
96 FM.
It works really well for me.
Beautiful. All right, well, that's Hootsuite. Check it out.
In the mail.
Now, Michael Jackson, the king of the moonwalk. And, well, we always thought he was going to be the king of the moonwalk indefinitely until this happened. Welcome back to The Buzz. There you can see some trending happening around the place. South Korea, skyscraper, and when I was a carrot. I'm not exactly sure why. That's the internet. That's what we do on the internet.
It was a very dirty time.
It is. Let's talk YouTube channels. We found a couple of beauties for you. Paul, Third Eagle Books. What's that all about? Third Eagle
Books is a fabulous but interesting man. He used to be an engineer. And what he did was at some stage during his life, he stopped being an engineer and decided what he wanted to do was prophesize the coming Armageddon. And so
through song.
Natural career progression.
Through song, he draws up these boards with his numbers and diagrams of stuff he's worked out from reading the Bible. And his name is William Tapley. He's a 71-year-old retired furniture engineer, and he writes these brilliant but terrible songs.
All right, well, let's do something.
Carly Rae Jepsen all the way.
Let's talk to our production crew. Production crew, can we go full screen with William here, and let's have a look. And maybe, because there's words on the screen as well, maybe we can all sing along.
Yay!
You must get oil and trim your lamps.
Cause you won't get a second chance. It's prophesied.
It's prophesied.
It's prophesied.
When those
yeah. Sorry.
I just want to add quickly, the most amazing feature is he plays this song and he does about 4 cuts and changes the sound of his keyboard between each different cut. And so it's like it's a multi-production for him. It's incredible.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Seamless editing.
If people want to check that one out, the URL was on the screen there as well. But go to YouTube, look for Third Eagle Books. All right, something that's a little bit more local. Nikita, you found cassette media.
Yeah, definitely. So if you like getting, behind your local bands, you've got to check out Cassette Media. It originated with a girl called Alexa, who comes from WA. She used to go to all of our local clubs all of the time and catch up with the bands. Then one day she thought, I might start a YouTube channel and interview the bands there. And since then, she's moved over east. She's interviewing bands all over Australia. So it just really shows, it's a great example of how YouTube can catapult you into at least a little bit of stardom.
Yeah, it's one of those ideas that we should come up with. And then you could just travel and interview people and make your own little YouTube channel. It's
That's
great.
a great idea. Hey, why don't we do a YouTube channel called Hot Tub Honeys?
I love that idea.
Yeah?
Paul, you can start.
I think I should, well, I would not as a honey, but certainly I could be in the hot tub organising the
I think
honeys.
we should do the buzz in a hot tub.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like the idea. All right, let's do that. Maybe next week. All right. If you're into cats on the internet, perhaps you're also into cute little doggies as well. We found one for you. He's called Boo. Fake. I am absolutely convinced that that is not a real dog.
No,
I call
no.
fake. And I call authentic views as well. 4 million, what is it? 4,719 likes.
Maybe they bought authentic
What?
views. How can little Boo, is it a puppy or is
He's
it a fully
incredibly
grown
cute.
dog?
He's a worldwide phenomenon.
I'm not sure.
All right,
My name is-
facebook.com/Boo if you'd like to check out Boo the dog.
Yeah. You
All
should,
right.
but you might like to.
Nikita, who is Sockington?
Sockington is a rather cool cat. See what I did there? Cool cat who's on Twitter. So basically, he tweets several times a day about what he's up to.
Well, I quite like this one from Sockington. Time to see what is lickable today. Lick, 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 lick. Answer is everything.
I like this one. Cat in living room window or cat in hallway window? Living room, hallway, living room, hallway. Look, this is today's big decision.
All right.
Very entertaining.
Twitter.com/Sockington if you'd like to catch up with Sockington the cat. Romeo is another cat that is big on Twitter at the moment. Romeo the cat.
He has nearly 7,000 followers. Very popular cat. And what has he been tweeting recently? Where do you keep the
having a
litter
look through as
boxes? That's a
well.
poll, by the way, if you'd like to get involved.
Thanks, I am blushing through my fur.
Here are just some tips on how to be more present in life, like mwah, ow.
Are these genuinely worth following? Do you follow these and they give you a little giggle, or are these just ones you've found for the show?
Well, everyone on the internet likes cats. Why wouldn't you want to follow cats on Twitter?
Well, I really love the text from dog that's been getting around, the pictures of your text from your dog, which is awesome.
Text from dog.
Yeah,
Always
hilarious.
tweets from dog.
Tweets from-
that is just
or
brilliant.
text or
Absolutely
tweets.
hilarious. Now, you were talking earlier as well about something to do with The Simpsons and Gina Reinhardt.
Yeah, so Gina Reinhardt, again, has made herself rather unpopular. You'll know that she has been quite involved in Channel 10, and I think it was about a year ago she suggested perhaps removing The Simpsons from Australian airwaves because it wasn't family-friendly enough. So now Twitter's just taken it and gone nuts with the hashtag Why Gina Hates The Simpsons. There's been all sorts of things, like she also has a son named Bort, and Maggie, Lisa and Bart didn't take Marge to court, and she was wearing an onion on her belt, which was the style at the time.
At the time, yes.
It's
50
hilarious.
rods to the... anyway. Now, Paul,
Yes?
have we had any tweets come
Oh,
through?
good. I thought you were going to ask me something I wasn't watching on. Not Gareth said, let's exile One Direction to the most remote city on the planet. Oh, wait, that's Perth. Kaz747 says, hi guys, just letting you know we're here and we're watching. Also, people have to stop taking photos of things they shouldn't be and putting them online. Problem solved. I don't agree with that, mainly because I want to see the ones.
I love putting inappropriate photos online.
Vuk64 says, oh, a tweet with a swear went up on TV. Oops.
Oh, no.
We missed that.
We can't do that here at
Oh.
West TV. Yes, we can.
And
Yeah, I
Mick-
was going to swear earlier and I forgot.
Mick Goss
What's your
suggests...
favourite swear word, Nikita?
I really like bollocks.
Bollocks is good, Paul.
Fantastic.
That's not even a swear word.
Balls. It is in England.
No, but
Yeah.
it was on an album cover. They wanted to remove it from the shop. The police actually charged the Sex Pistols with the word bollock. Anyway, Mick Goss says apparently there's some echo in the studio. We need more carpet.
Yeah, that's true. If you'd like to donate some thick drapes for the West TV studio, we'd really, really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
So what's trending right now?
Well, I'm having a look. Hot 30 Bieber radio is trending, so we're not going to talk about that.
Smallsy
Friday the 13th.
songs.
Smallsy songs.
How to keep a relationship with me.
Hamish and Andy, which is on currently, I imagine.
Melissa Etheridge, and of course, Italians.
Are we competing with Hamish and Andy? We're never going to win.
How do you keep a relationship, Nikita? What's your secret?
I have no idea. You know, I'm working like all the time. I don't know why my boyfriend's not left me yet.
That's what
I must be good
How do
at
you know
something.
he hasn't left you yet?
That's right.
I think he's watching right now. Hi.
All right, so trending things around the place. Honda is trending for some. Any ideas why Honda might be trending?
No.
I
Who drives
don't
a
know.
Honda anymore?
Lots of people.
Oh. Well
Lots of
then.
people drive Hondas.
I don't know. I see them. I've got one, but I'm just saying.
I can prove it.
And the South China Sea, that's also trending. And I'm thinking that has something to do with North and South Korea, perhaps.
Does it? Has there been a little bit of action there lately?
Well, the only thing I know that's been happening in South Korea at the moment is this whole argument around the South Koreans wanting to do some whaling for scientific purposes, which apparently they've backed down on today. So that's actually very promising.
Okay, nice.
I really want to find some funny tweets about Friday the 13th, but everyone's just saying it's Friday the 13th tomorrow.
It is indeed. Now, folks, we'll be back again at the same time next week. So we do want your company. Use hashtag thebuzz right the way through the week. We'll actually collect the best of the tweets and Facebook posts and Google Plus posts. And if you want to post on LinkedIn, we'll check there as well. We want you to participate. This show is all about interaction, not just about us broadcasting at you, but about all of us having a lot of fun together on some live and unscripted television. It's been a hoot this evening. Thanks very much for your company. Oh, don't do that, Paul! Stop beating me up! Oh!
Still talk about all the tweets.
Folks, it's been
What's
the buzz.
happening?
It's been great. Thanks very much for your company. It's that camera, isn't it?
The Buzz would like to give a big thanks to iiNet for their support.
You don't have to be in front of a TV to watch Channel 44. We're streaming live 24/7 on wtvperth.com.au/watch.
Welcome back to Sweet and Sour.
Hello and welcome back to the buzz.
So you can watch your favourite WTV programs anywhere, anytime, all online. This is Perth, and this is Perth's local station, WTV.